Namaste and hello everyone. My name is Shivika and I help you navigate life through my experiences, lessons, and stories. In today's video, we will be discussing a step-by-step approach to finding full-time jobs. But first, let's address the elephant in the room that finding full-time jobs is hard. It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of effort, but it's not impossible. Step number one, preparing to look for jobs. This preparation step involves you creating a CV template and a cover letter template for yourself to be able to apply for different jobs. I would like to reiterate one more time that you cannot be using one single CV or one single cover letter for all your jobs. You need to customize it, and here's why. Firstly, every job role is different, and hence the requirement for skills, qualifications, previous experience varies from one job to another. And secondly, it will lead to disappointment because employers more or less know whether you've really made the effort to apply for a job role or you've simply just copy pasted your CV and then applied for the 50th job and only hit apply button. Hence, it's important to have a CV template and a cover letter template which you can use for different job roles and make life easier for yourself. Step number two, how do you prepare this CV template and use it to apply for different job roles? Let's break it down because it's kind of like an exercise that you have to perform every time you want to apply for a job. And this is something I also advise my clients. So what you do is create a Word document, create these headings, and then fill out each heading in as much detail as you can. So you must be aware of your qualifications, your projects that you've done, any voluntary experience that you have, or any academic experience that you've previously had along with your professional experience. Your skill set, your training, your certifications, fill it all out in these headings. Once you fill these details out, go to the job description or the job role that you wish to apply to, look for keywords, pick those keywords and put them into your CV now. Now you have all the sections ready for you. You will never need a template after this, but you have all these sections ready for you. You have the keywords based on your research, based on the job that you want to apply for. You mix the two, properly align them, and you have a CV ready for each job role that you want to apply for, customized to that job. It's really that simple, but it's such a huge step in tailoring your application. And in a similar fashion, you also create a cover letter template for yourself. I have also linked a cover letter template in the caption below, which you can use, but don't forget to customize the keywords based on the job description and include it to your cover letter, and don't forget to also personalize it. Step number three, where do you find these full-time jobs? And I'm going to divide this section into two, that is offline and online. You may not be able to find all job adverts online, but you may be able to find key people in the industry in the hiring department offline. And where do you exactly find them? Now, I might get some backlash for this statement, but I do not believe in networking. Not yesterday, not today. And it may work for a lot of people, but not for me. Networking is not for me. I do not believe in the idea of going to a networking event and speaking to 50 different people, sharing contacts with 50 different people, going and inviting them on your LinkedIn, or even taking their numbers and never really getting back to them. Now, you might think or tell me that you did not reach out to those 50 people, so it's probably my fault. But my idea is that I do not believe in bland, selfish conversations that are a means to an end. Because I want this, so I should talk to this person and I will get this reward at the end of it. To me, these kind of conversations really lead nowhere, and rather I believe in connections, like real connections where you can have conversations, share ideas, share your goals, and then maybe something beautiful can come out of that. So I highly recommend that if you're trying to use the offline method of networking events to find jobs and find leads and find people in the hiring industry, then make conversations, but make meaningful conversations. Don't enter an event thinking I'm going to talk to many people, take their numbers or take their cards, and something will come out of that. It might not. To me, it does not. To you, it may. But what I would advise is that you speak to maybe 2 to 3 different people, make real conversation. Yes, take their contact or take their LinkedIn, and don't forget to follow up. If you find somebody in a certain company who can eventually refer you or who can even tell you about any job openings in their company, then that would be the best way to approach it instead of talking to many people and leaving the event thinking that you did not really accomplish anything. And that's how mostly I feel every time I attend a networking event. So be very mindful of your interactions and your time and make them purposeful, and I promise something very meaningful will come out of that. Another offline event that I highly recommend to all young graduates and young professionals to attend a career fair. Do your research early in the year if you're planning to find and apply for new jobs, and make sure you attend these career fairs. Now, you have to also be very mindful which career fairs you're attending, what companies are visiting in that career fair. You don't have to go to each one of them, but make sure you attend a few and speak to multiple organizations that you may be interested in, and don't forget to carry your CV. Now, coming to online applications and applying jobs through online portals, here's some of the online portals that I highly recommend that you could use to apply for jobs or even look for jobs, and I've linked them in the caption below for you to figure them out and explore. Another way of finding full-time jobs is finding the right people and finding the right teams and finding the right companies on LinkedIn. Now, this requires some amount of research where you list down about, say, 50 to 100 different companies that you wish to apply for. Now, that also requires you to do some research on the different companies around your area, or say, for example, if you want to work in London, then you shortlist 50 to 100 companies, you go into their LinkedIn page, find key people over there, and start reaching out to them. Make sure you have some portfolio, some CV, or you're applying to their job boards on LinkedIn as well. But when you have these conversations, don't just abruptly send them messages saying, I want to get a job, or I'm looking for this job, or I'm looking for this role. One more time, be mindful. Be mindful of reaching out to the right people. Be mindful of the kind of message you send, because a lot of people also send me messages where I'm like, do you really think somebody will ever reply to that message if you are looking for something or if you're asking something? So be very careful of what message you type, be very careful of what you attach to that message. Are you really letting them know that you are interested, you've made the effort to create that CV and that cover letter and that message, so that they can then come back to you on your LinkedIn chat? Once they do, I think that's a good starting point for you to then enter into the company and then start having those conversations of, yes, you're looking for a job, and are you hiring? Another online approach that you can take is going to company websites. You remember you just did a research of 50 to 100 companies that you shortlisted to apply for jobs. Go to their websites directly. Most, in fact, all the companies always have a job portal on their website where they're continuously posting about different job openings, different roles that they're hiring for. It could be internships, graduate jobs, full-time jobs, contracted jobs, any kind of jobs. They post everything on their website. So I highly recommend that you also go onto that, shortlist the jobs that you want to apply for, and don't forget to sign up to their email list. So this way you apply for jobs on the company website and also sign up for alerts every time there's a new job opening in that company. And step number 4, hit apply. Make sure that you apply in time and don't lose out on that opportunity, and have all your documentation all kept together so that whenever it is that you have a job opening you're interested to apply to, it comes like that, and you make the effort and take the time out to put into that application. And this brings us to the end of this video. I hope you found this video useful and was able to take back something from the video. Despite knowing the fact that the advice is quite generic, I know we always need a reminder to help us understand why sometimes things are not working, especially with jobs. I know a lot of you keep applying and never get a response, but maybe somewhere here you found a tip that could be useful to you, which you haven't been implementing. And now if you implement it, you might just get a job offer. So I wish you good luck for your job applications, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.